I didn't know this was his idea of how we were gonna fix this quarter panel at all. Are you kidding me? Alright guys, well welcome back to the channel. We're just gonna get right back into what we were doing in the last video, and that's working on this quarter panel on my Miata. We have a pretty good idea of what we're gonna be doing next, so that's just gonna be a lot more cutting and grinding, and then forming the sheet metal that we got from my buddy Craig, and just stitching it in and doing our thing. Shiloh's playing darts, and he almost stuck one of the darts into my Hot Wheels sitting there. That's a Miata. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna get into that. Grinding, cutting, and then shaping, and then welding, and hopefully it looks good. That's pretty deep looking. Is that part of the quarter panel still? I think so. So yeah, Shiloh wanted to be tasked with handling like the bodywork and stuff on this car. That's not my realm. I don't do bodywork. So he just went right into it, and that was really cool. Like watch him and using these tools. I've never experienced that, so it was really fun to watch. Good job, dude. Thank you. Yeah. What's next? Try to do it this. Yeah. Okay, so update. As we were grinding, the metal seemed a lot weaker, and it is. So started grinding it back until it was clean. Same with everything up top in here. Everything up here seems pretty okay. So we're gonna try to cut this section out and down, peel it back, and then make a patch for that. And then everything else so far is looking okay. There's just the small hiccup that we're running into that Shiloh kind of called out, so. Alright, what's up guys? It's me from the future. I'm currently editing the video. The next little bit into this video is not a lot of talking, and it's more just letting Shiloh do his thing. Seeing what he was able to do with just this piece of flat metal, scrap metal, was truly mesmerizing. The whole time I was just in awe and shock watching him make it. It was a really cool process to watch, and I didn't really feel like there was a necessity to talk over it. So I guess this is kind of like a fabrication ASMR section of the video for you. But let me know what you guys think of this. Just kind of just no-brainer, nothing to it, no frills, just quiet, just wrench time. But honestly, this was really awesome to see him make. I hope you guys enjoy this. Thinking.
I cut a little of this excess off this side so we can get it around that little corner.
I'm giving Shiloh a massive shout out. I didn't know this was his idea of how we were gonna fix this quarter panel at all and the rust. My intentions was just cutting out a piece, like a square of flat metal and stitching it in and calling it good. Are you kidding me? Like, that was a flat piece of metal. You guys saw it. I don't know how much of him building it I'm gonna edit because I filmed the whole thing because I was in awe watching him make it. It was really cool to see. But maybe I'll do like an extended video of him doing just the cutting and the shaping. But look at the way this thing fits up. Shiloh, if you do the honors. Like Zoink Scoob. That's freaking amazing. Like all the way. Like it's hard to see how close it really is on the camera. But it's perfect. And he's got everything even down to the pinch weld. That's awesome. I'm so excited now for fixing this quarter. I have the KBD kit, so I really didn't care what it looked like. I was just gonna say, whatever, we'll just cut out the rust, fix it, put a KBD kit on it. But now I'm even happier. This is amazing. Thank you, buddy.
Anytime.
You're doing really good work.
Thank you.
All right, so we're in the exact same garage, but kind of different. We're at Shiloh's house, finally. The Miata, we're letting some rust converter, rust, help me out here.
Rust reverse.
Rust spray stuff. Let it dry and whatnot. So, we're working on Shiloh's car, and I figured I should probably finally, introduce Shiloh's car because we do work on his a lot as well, not as much as mine, but you get the point. So figured I want to show it to you. He lives in the same complex as I do, so he has the exact same townhome as I do, so we have the exact same garage, so it's the exact same, just flipped. But this is his car, and I'm gonna try to not show this side of the wall because someone likes to collect Playboys and they're on the wall, so
Oops.
yeah. But yeah, Shiloh, what is this?
It's a 1952 Pontiac.
Nice. We've been doing like a full rebuild on this one too, essentially. The previous owners really sucked at wiring and just doing anything right. So what I've been doing is working on the wiring harness for them and just getting everything laid out. I've got everything wired to where the car will run again. So like the alternator, try to not show you boobies. The alternator and everything down here, I've got that all pre-wired and good to go. I've got it pinned and all that into the harness as well. Everything's good to go as far as that section goes. And like the key, I've got that wired up. But now we're kind of getting to his gauges. He got some nice gauges over here. I got some Moon Eyes gauges as well as his stock cluster, and it was missing a lot of stuff, so we had to we're gonna have to make our own deal. And it didn't have any of the lights for the dash, so I am trying to make these lights off of Amazon work. So the issue that we're running into, so this is one of the just normal ones, and what happens is right here they don't fit at all. And not only that, the connectors are right there. It's kind of hard to tell, but that's not going to work at all. So what I've been doing, figured it out. I've finished 2 of them, and I've kind of ground down the sides, and I took the prongs on the ends, bent them out. We already tested this and plugged it into a battery, and it works, light turns on. But now it actually fits in the hole, and then these are exposed here so I can wire them into the harness. So what I'm going to be doing is finish these. Need like 6 of them. And I'm gonna make a separate harness where it has all. There we go. Where it has all 6 bulbs in here, and then teed off into like a little butt connector here. So if we ever pull the cluster out, we don't have to worry about taking out every single bulb and unpinning and all that. Just quick disconnect. Same with this here, because this is gonna have to tie into that. So we went and got some stuff to do that. Got some like little bullet connectors here. I'm just gonna make a harness for it. Luckily, the wiring harness that he got, the instructions are fantastic, and everything's labeled. He got this from Speedway. Yeah, Speedway is where he got this harness. So, yeah, just working on this. That's what's going on with Shiloh's car. It's got a 350 swap in it. Yeah.
Yep.
And then for the JDM folks, he's got this Nissan here as well, which if anyone knows about Nissans, they know how rare this car is. If you know, you know. It's a mess because we need to work on this too, but it's also got one of those. So this car's really cool as well. This is gonna be a future project down the road. It's not main priority. This is his main priority and is also like my Miata to him. So yeah, really cool car. I'm gonna make this harness. All right, so I got done making all those little individual lights. I was gonna show the process of it, but it's so tedious. I got a D-pin each one, bend the prongs out, cut the housings for them, and then it was a mess, but I made them all. Shiloh said there was 6, turns out there was 7, so I had to make an extra one. But now we're getting to the ground wires on here, so just kind of try to visualize this. It's going to be a pain to understand, but so what I'm doing is making like a sub harness. So all these are going to be the ground wires. So these are the bulbs right here, right? So you got 2 prongs, this positive, negative, and this is a bolt that goes to the chassis to mount the dash into. So what I'm going to do is take all these wires, join them all together, solder them with one like eye bolt on it, or eye ring, whatever you want to call them, so it can just bolt onto here, and each of these tails are going to go to the individual bulbs themselves. That way all the ground wires for every light is on one thing, goes right there. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another one just like this for the power wires. Now I'll show you on the wiring diagram itself, and maybe it'll make sense, maybe it won't, but these are your dash lights, right? This black line, that's the ground wire. This gray line, that's the power wire. They have it where they want you to just run this one single cable and tee them. I don't like that idea, especially if Shaw wants to be able to take the bulbs out, replace anything. It's not really user-friendly, so what we're doing, we made that sub harness, and the idea is to pretty much have like a break right here to where you can disconnect it. So instead, this black wire is going to be like over here on that eye bolt where he can just unscrew it and take off the ground wire. It's good. Then I'm going to have another eye bolt on this black wire that connects to that same ground. That way everything's ground together. Now for the power wire, same deal. We're going to make that separate like sub harness, and then I have a connector here and just where it can disconnect straight from the power. That way unbolt the ground, unbolt power, he can do what he wants with the lights. But that's going to take me a little while to make that whole harness, get everything soldered up, wrapped, looking pretty. Just kind of want to show the process of putting this together. It's a complete new harness. We have to make everything from scratch. It's an old car and 350s, carburetors. They're really easy to work on. It's simple stuff. But I think I go ahead and close the video out here. The Miata, I'm going to do another separate video on. It's a long process to do this kind of body work. So this video is kind of different. Let me know if you guys liked seeing like Shiloh's car too, and seeing what we're doing with his projects, and just kind of mixing it up a little bit. But that's where we are with this. If you guys want to see more on this, let me know. I'd be happy to include this content as well. I know my page or whatever channel is more JDM cars, but maybe you like the classics too. You know, there's nothing wrong with liking a little bit of everything. So, of course, with that being said, please go ahead and subscribe, like, comment on the video. The whole idea behind the channel is to just motivate myself to fix my car, and also Shiloh to motivate him to fix his car too. We both want to get our cars running at the exact same time, which is really cool, and we're both really poor, so a lot of this stuff you guys are going to see, it's DIY stuff, cheap, budget, how to make it nice with what you got. So, and some motivation too. A lot of our projects are sitting on jack stands, like Shiloh and I's. So, yeah. Hopefully, you can kind of get motivated too. Kind of show you things you can do that don't cost money. Yeah, guys. Subscribe, like the channel, all that jazz. Help me out here. Hope you guys have a good one. Thanks.